Hollywood is a small town, and these celebrity doppelgangers make it seem even smaller. Reese Witherspoon and Carrie Underwood can definitely be told apart, but they've got very similar looks that could make them easy to confuse for the other. It must be the Southern in them. The 20 most controversial movie characters of all time. Minka Kelly and Leighton Meester are total doppelgangers. Their facial features and coloring are similar. The pair starred in the 2011 horror film The Roommate, and although the film was not well received, the casting choices were perfect. Jessica Chastain and Bryce Dallas Howard get mistaken for one another all the time because they are redheads with big, beautiful features. The longer you look at them, the less alike they look, but it's very clear why Chastain and Howard are mistaken for one another so often. Which 25 rock albums have sold the most copies all time? Dylan McDermott's celebrity doppelganger is David Schwimmer, but his name doppelganger, if that's a thing, is Dermot Mulroney. It's nearly impossible to keep those two names straight, especially when saying them in succession. The only reason Emma Corrin and Jodie Foster aren't mistaken for one another is their age difference. Had they come up at the same time, they would have gone for all the same roles and had the general public doing lots of double takes. The 20 best country songs of the 2000s. Margot Robbie and Emma Mackey look so much alike that it got Mackey cast in the Barbie movie, and Greta Gerwig even wrote a joke about their similarities. The joke didn't make the final cut, and it was easy to tell the two apart in the film for multiple reasons, but Robbie often says that she gets mistaken for Mackey out in the wild. Despite having two totally different vibes, Natalie Portman and Keira Knightley are doppelgangers. It's a good thing they've taken such different career paths because if Knightley decided to do more intense films or Portman did more period pieces, casting directors would have tough decisions to make. The 25 greatest power ballads in music history. For some reason, there seem to be more sets of female doppelgangers than males in Hollywood, but Dax Shepard and Zach Braff are perhaps the most obvious. If you can't keep them apart, just refer to them by their most notable projects, The Podcast Guy and The Scrubs Guy. Nina Dobrev and Victoria Justice have done drastically different projects in their career, and that has to be the only reason these two ladies aren't mistaken for each other more often. Similar coloring, similar features, similar build, Dobrev and Justice are just twins who don't share DNA. 22 underrated lead singers who deserve way more love. Courtney Cox and Demi Moore being doppelgangers made for a hilarious moment in Friends. Cox's character, Monica, asked Lisa Kudrow's character, Phoebe, to cut her hair like Moore's, but Phoebe mistook Moore for Dudley Moore, resulting in a hilariously terrible haircut for Monica. One of the biggest injustices in Hollywood is that there aren't projects made where the entire plot hinges on two people looking alike. If ever such a project gets greenlit, we would like to nominate doppelgangers Kiernan Shipka and McKenna Grace for the lead roles. Guitar Gods, the 30 most influential lead guitarists of all time. When Rob Lowe became a full-on adult, Hollywood knew it needed to find someone to fill his young heartthrob void, and that's why we have Ian Somerhalder. Anyone who could be their third doppelganger needs to step up to now fill Somerhalder's young heartthrob void. Selma Blair looks so much like Kris Jenner that Blair was cast as Jenner in The People vs. O.J. Simpson. If Blair were to keep her hair cut like Jenner more often, they'd be getting mixed up in the street all the time. 20 actors who played multiple roles in the same TV show. You may not have considered Halsey and Millie Bobby Brown to be doppelgangers, but once you think about it, you won't be able to unsee it. Luckily for them in this, these two are nearly a decade apart and in different industries. Catherine McPhee Foster and Sophia Bush are the two most obvious doppelgangers, but Foster has been mistaken for Bush by a fan. The singer thought the mix-up was hilarious and even suggested she play Bush in a biopic. 20 child stars who had a career resurgence as adults. Katy Perry changes her look enough that she and her doppelganger don't get mistaken much, but during her California Girls era and at the height of Zooey Deschanel's New Girl fame, these two were nearly indistinguishable. It's proof that hair can indeed have a major effect on your overall look. There's some serious lore behind Victoria Pedretti and Hilary Duff's doppelganger Ness. Some think the U actress could be the love child of Duff and actress Kat Dennings too. 20 TV couples that became legendary when they finally got together. Isla Fisher and Amy Adams were only cut from slightly different cloths, and those cloths are only slightly different from the ones that Jessica Chastain and Bryce Dallas Howard were cut from. These four need to star in a sister project together. Matt Bomer and Henry Cavill looking so similar is great for humanity. They need dozens more doppelgangers. We are all for ridiculously good-looking people having as many lookalikes as possible. The 20 saddest deaths in horror movies. Put photos of Jeffrey Dean Morgan and Javier Bardem side by side and try to tell them apart. If you didn't know they were photos of two separate people, you would be almost certain it was the same man. Did you enjoy this slideshow?